Mornings in Inzoi are just so breathtakingly beautiful that every morning I make it a routine for my Zoe to come down here and enjoy the sunrise and stay down here to enjoy the sunset because honestly, it is one of the most beautiful things to see when playing Inzoi. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Simsationel, also known as Simzoi on Canvas on the Inzoi community, and today I am going to be answering one question that I keep getting asked in my Discord and in my DMs. How am I making my Inzoi so fun? And how is it that I have spent 120 hours already in Inzoi? What am I doing in the game? Well, today I'm going to serve up the tea on what I have been doing and how I have been improving my gameplay. It is 6:03 a.m. and Miss Nicole is down in the at the Muscle Beach. She's just observing the sunrise. It is absolutely beautiful down here in Bliss Bay, and I am super excited to kind of give you guys the tea, the gist on what is going on, how I got my game to be so damn fun. First things first, you may notice this as I'm walking down here, there's a lot more going on. That is because I have been busy editing the streets of my world. I've been editing the streets, I've been building stuff. I am just in love with my game right about now, and I want to show you guys what I have done to make my game exciting and why I did it to make my game exciting. First things first is we are going to start off with this section here. Now this video is going to be a little long because I have a lot to showcase. I really want to go ahead and showcase this. Now I am using Nicole to showcase this because obviously her aesthetic matches the world and everything. But initially when I'm playing myself Zoe, a lot of the things that I'm going to be mentioning is pertaining to myself, Zoe. So first and foremost, I built this kind of like a flea market down here because I really want my Zoes to kind of, once they level up their skills, I think they're actually going to be able to do stuff. So there is this flea market stand down here. Kind of just made this lots more things to do. And basically myself Zoe comes down here on Saturdays and she just pretends to look around. Okay, she just comes down here at the flea market and she looks around. You know, we have photo booths down here so you can take photos. There's lots of food trucks down here so you can eat and just kind of sit down. And then over here where the blue pavilion is, I have a little bit of a bandstand down here so that my Zoes can come down here and, you know, pretend to throw a concert. So I have a Zoe in my save and he's got all of the skill maxed out, and I use him whenever I want to throw a concert, and then I kind of just invite my other Zoes to come down. They sit down on these chairs and the guy and his friends, they perform on this band thingy here. It does take a little bit of trial and error to get everything to work accordingly, but it does work and I am super happy with it. So this is Blue Pavilion, and then over there we have the flea market where my Zoe comes down on Saturdays. She does her flea market stuff. She can come down here and actually grab coffee, and there's all these little booths and stuff down here. So your Zoes have a lot to do in the world here. On Sundays we come down to the on Saturdays in the evening we come down to the amusement park with the kids. We go on the rides, we grab food, we go over to the beach, that kind of stuff. And I kind of want to showcase this area as well because I put down a lot of trees, lots of benches. I really just wanted this area to feel good. So instead of running her up the entire ramp there, I'm just gonna go ahead and showcase the walk here. I just added a lot more seats and a lot more foliage along the path here because I really wanted it to be very much alive and in the moment, so that when your Zoes are out and about, there's a lot to see and a lot more picturesque spots that you can take pictures of, just, you know, for those of you who like sharing pictures. Eventually, when I'm done with this save file, I will be sharing it because I really want others to experience the joy that I have in my save file. Of course, I added a lot more pine trees down here and added a lot more seating down here, so your zoys have a lot of spots to sit down and eat. But we're gonna be going down this whole beach because I made so many changes, you guys. So obviously over here we have Muscle Beach. This is where a lot of the zoys come down and hang out. Mostly they are at this beach area, but obviously everybody's fast asleep, so the place is not really bumping right now, which is perfect. There's always a little teddy bear down here, and I always take it. And there's always a different style of a teddy bear down here, but I always take it. But anyways, I added lots of color to my beach. I wanted my beach to be very colorful, but I have something that I want to showcase. We're almost there, and I'm going to show you guys this specific portion of my beach. So, on Sundays, myself, Zoe, and her friends, they come down here. Myself, Zoe, and her friends, they come down here and they have yoga in the mornings. So she does yoga here, or she can do yoga at Clover Park. But I'm gonna show you guys this little area. So over there is where they do the yoga. So we have yoga sessions with our friends over here, where we just all kind of come down here and do yoga on the beach. I made it super colorful. Okay. And then over here, I built this kind of like a cafe type thing on the beach, something for your Zoys to kind of, I don't know. I put down this smoke thing and I can't find it to pick it up. So it just looks like the burger joint is on fire. But anyways, you can come over here. You can eat a hot dog, grab some coffee. You can also go over here and grab some drinks. It's kind of like a little outdoor bar. And I really, really like this little area as well. I think this area is super cute, and there is even a little football. There's a soccer thing. We say football, but there's a soccer thing. Really, really nice. Is this beach ball clickable? Oh, yeah. There is volleyball right here. Obviously, this has always been here, but this is where it gets wild. I added a beach club to my beach because I really wanted to. So over here we have the bar. You can come over here and get yourself some, we wouldn't say beer. You can come over here and get some beer. You can come over here and get some soda, or you can just make you some ramen, and you can kind of just sit down over here. Then we have a nice little lounge area for those of us who might have a nice glass of tequila or something, and we're just sitting down vibing in the nighttime, just vibing. And then over here, obviously, we have the dance floor, lots of vibes. You'll be able to dance around here. My Zoys come down here like every freaking Saturday night. Party, party, party. Excuse me. Party, party, party. Perfect thing to do when you have a group of girlfriends. You can all just come down here to my beach bar and enjoy yourselves. We also have a little ice cream shack there, so you can grab yourself some ice cream. Then over here we have more beach stuff, but this is the playground, and usually this is where my fiance self, Zoe, comes down here with the kids on he comes down here with the kids on Sundays, and he comes with his friend. He brings the kids down here, and they all kind of chill out, watch the kids play, that kind of stuff. Sometimes he's lounging over here in these loungers, just kind of checking his phone while the kids are on the playground. And then we also have fishing trips, so he does do some occasional fishing with his friends, which he does over here. On this pair over here is where we do our occasional fishing, waiting for the things to pop in. And as you guys can see, all these little things down here, there's this little fishing spot here. You can click this and you can actually go fishing. And so I let the guys kind of come down here and they do their fishing and that kind of stuff. In my Let's Play, my Bliss LP, you guys have seen Muscle Beach. I added a lot more things to do at Muscle Beach. So I added treadmills, because I mean, it never rains in this world, so I added treadmills and that kind of stuff. And then over here at this side of the beach, there's also a beach cabana, lots of eatery and that kind of stuff over here. I added a lot of like little shops and stuff so that your Zoys can kind of come down here and they can basically grab food to eat, vegan food, hot dogs, whatever it is. You have this down on the beach. And then when we come up here, I decorated these streets, but they're not entirely done. Foliage and all of that stuff I put down. I'm gonna actually go this way because I think you guys will be able to see some of what I did in this specific area. So right here, I actually managed to put down a lot of good stuff. As you guys can see, I added some foliage in between the pavement to kind of split up the pavement into two separate areas. So now Zois can either walk closer to the street, or they can choose to walk closer to, you know, the houses and the apartments along this area. So I really went with, you know, decorating my world to kind of get the vibe that I wanted to have, a certain vibe. Now, speaking of vibe, one of the things that I did to make my gameplay extremely enhancing was to come up with a backstory. I'm gonna sit down on this bus shed bench because I really need to talk about, let her rest because she's been running, and I really need to tell you guys a little bit about storytelling in Inzoi. So, because of the fact that Inzoi is in early access, it may be a little bit difficult to tell a story. And that is because it is still lacking. There is still a lot of stuff that needs improvement. There's still a lot of stuff missing from the game, which is clearly obvious because it's in early access. Let's remember that. But if you want to get the most out of the game, storytelling is where it's at. And it's very important that you know how to use your imagination. But in the event that you don't know how to use your imagination, because we do get tripped up and our imagination is just running amok, or sometimes we just don't have an imagination at all, this is where ChatGPT comes in very handy. You can use ChatGPT to generate a storyline for a Zoi and then create that Zoi. I also recommend that when you're creating your Zois, you try to think of what you want them to be, what goal you want them to accomplish whenever you are playing the game. So, for instance, myself, Zoi, she's very much into yoga and she likes exercising. She also likes concerts and going to parks, meeting up with her friends. So, I've put down a bunch of stuff around the world to kind of encourage her to go out and do more things. You have to learn to be creative when you're playing games, especially if you intend to play a game long term when it is in early access. You have to be able to open up your mindset so that you can actually enjoy the game. A lot of times we tend to go into a game and have no guidance and no specific path that we're willing to take. That can get boring after a while, which is why it's always important, and I just accidentally clicked to go back over to Dwayne, fine ass, which is why it is so important to make sure that you have a story that you are telling. So, while we are sitting here, I'm actually going to have her get on the bus because I want to showcase my park that I made. It is obviously Clover Park, but I redid Clover Park just for myself, Zoe, and I want to show you guys my I kind of want to show you guys my park. So we're going to, I don't want to give y'all any sneak peeks, so I'm going to keep the camera kind of tilted over here because I don't want y'all to see, you know, like I'm trying to hide it. Like I'm literally trying to hide it. I don't want you guys to see, but you're getting like glimpses in the corner of your eyes. Anyways, we're going to go through this section of the park here because I'm super excited and I really want to show you guys the park. So, over here inside of the park, we have this nice little area where you can have a barbecue, nice and cute. I really just was thinking of, you know, the elderly who probably want to come to the park to chill out, families as well. You have this nice little area. Over here, we have a cute little playground. The parents can kind of sit and watch their children and toddlers as they are at the park. And because of the fact that you can take your toddlers out, it encourages you to do so. I then created a community garden because I wanted to have a place where your Zoids can kind of just come and pick stuff. So we have lettuce on a hydroponic planter. We also have tomatoes. We have some carrots, potatoes, eggplants, blueberries, sweet potatoes, you name it, it is in here. Corn back there. So basically, there is a community garden inside of the park. Then going over to this section, we just have two little seating, a small little seating area here where your Zoe can kind of just sit down and chill and just enjoy the vibes. And then there are some porta potties in the back here. Coming across in this direction, we come in here, just a lot more seating for your Zoes to kind of just sit down, grab a sandwich, that kind of stuff. I do need to put some vending machines and water, the thing that you can, water fountains, and I need to put some of those in as well. Anyways, we're going to walk through here. Nice little winding path. There is a telephone booth here. I don't know why, I just wanted to have a telephone booth in here. In here I have a cute little, like, a graveyard. I wanted it to be symbolic of a family who was very prestigious, and that's why the park is basically dedicated to them. Uh-oh, I think this light might be a little too big, you guys. Oh, crap. I hate when I accidentally click the spacebar. It is so annoying. But anyways, I think these light bulbs are too big, so let me just kind of go in here and edit this really quickly. Alright, so I removed the lights. Now, there's a little area in case, you know, you want to propose to a Zoe. There's this cute little area that you can go ahead and do so. And then up this way, we actually have a cute little bonfire over here, as well as little lounging areas that your Zoes can come and lounge at. Now I am going to kind of walk through Bamboo Walk. Bamboo Walk is actually just this nice little area that I remember when I was in Japan. We walked into a park that was kind of similar to this, and I kind of wanted to replicate it. So of course this is Bamboo Walk. This is also the peaceful area, so you can kind of just sit down and reflect, meditate, whatever it is that you need to do. This specific area provides you with privacy and a peace of mind to go ahead and do so. Then I am going to go over here to this this area right here, and we are going to go ahead and grab a hot dog. Let me go ahead and have her eat something because she's actually pretty hungry. So she's gonna go ahead, actually this is a hamburger, so she is going to get herself a hamburger to eat, and then we can continue on with the tour. Oh my gosh, she is just so freaking beautiful. I absolutely just love her. Anyways, so now that we have this, let's continue on our little tour. So as you can see, lots of areas to sit down at for your Zoes. So as you guys can see, we have a Zoe, we have lots of tables, hot dog stands, that kind of stuff. Now, for myself, Zoe, who loves concerts, there's this little area that you can come down, and there's lots of little loungers, so you can kind of sit down and enjoy sweet music. And we also have, oh, this guy eating out the trash can, Lord Jesus. We also have more eating areas, so you know, you come down, you grab a cup of coffee, you kind of sit over here and you enjoy your coffee. There's also a little picture taking booth, so you can just kind of come in here and just take some pictures. This took me so long to do, you guys, this park. And then we have cherry blossom pathways, which basically is just these cute cherry trees, and I just absolutely love this. So got all these little cherry trees around, and then over here we have a bibimbap truck, and then we also have a taco truck, so you can go ahead and get you some tacos to eat. And then over here in this section, the final section, is where we have exercise equipment, and we also have artwork. So my Zoes actually do like painting classes as well, so they come down here and they have painting classes on Wednesdays at around 4 o'clock. And then we also, as I mentioned, she does yoga, so there's also yoga sessions here in the park. So there's art in the park, and then there are yoga sessions that your Zoe can attend. So I am very, very proud of this park. I really, really love it. It is very much giving like Kev Gardens. Like, it's really just The ambiance of this park is really good. I think I went all out with this, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I absolutely love this. Cannot wait for my Zoe to come down here. Um, when she has her child, not my Zoe, but this Zoe here that I'm playing. I can't wait for her to have her kid and come down here and play and that kind of stuff. The community park was actually my favorite part decorating, because I just knew I wanted to have a community park. I wanted to have an area where, you know, it's like old people can come and they can kind of just take care of the plants and kind of, that is the basic storyline I wanted to get. Your Zoys being able to come in and kind of just pick stuff, harvest stuff, that kind of stuff, harvest plants, that kind of stuff, so we can harvest the tomatoes and stuff like that. And I really just wanted to have something that, you know, is fun and your Zoys can do. So yes, there I did finally put down the vending machines. So there are vending machines right over here. So in case your Zoys just kind of want to sit down, you can have a picnic in the park. Speaking of picnic, okay, I actually just dropped down a few picnic areas for your Zoys to like host a date down here. And then when you host the date, you can actually use the picnic mat when you're on your date. So I feel like this is just super cute. Plus, you can also just kind of click on your Zoe and have them do stuff like, for instance, interaction action. Is it interaction action or is it like posture? And then I can have her just kind of sit on the floor, so she can kind of just sit down on the picnic mat and just kind of enjoy her time in the park here. Look at how cute she looks just kind of sitting down here. So yeah, there's just so many little activities that you can do within the park, and I cannot wait to see more and more Zoys in the park. And then across from that, obviously, you have the basketball court, and then across, even more across from the basketball court, you actually have a little section here for children. So you do have a playground, swings, merry-go-round, jungle gym, that kind of stuff. So your Zoys have a lot more things that they can do. So I really do enjoy creating. I really do enjoy creating these little spaces that your Zoys can actually hang out at. I think they are so freaking beautiful. Anyways, you guys, another thing that I really want you guys to think about is, for instance, you know what? I'm gonna have my Zoe go there, and then I'm going to kind of show you guys what I do. Hopefully, it is open. I think it should be open, but we're gonna try and get the bus. We are going to try and get on the bus, and then we're gonna go there. So sometimes I pretend that my Zoe is going to the furniture store. Now the furniture store is just over here, so I'm actually gonna have her get on the bus and we're gonna go over to the furniture store. And basically what I like to do, because myself, Zoe doesn't really live in like a big fancy house, so what I like to do is, wait, I'm at the back of Clover Park. Really? I took a bus? Thank God I don't have to pay for the bus. Though I do imagine someone will make a mod where you actually have to pay for the bus. But let's kind of see if we can cross the street here and get over to the furniture store. And is it open? Is the furniture store open? I mean, they are cleaning and stuff out here. So yes, the furniture store is open, and I like to have my Zoe come in here and actually pretend to be browsing for furniture. So we would come here, and as you guys can see, there's all this little stuff in here. Like, you can look at the ice cream, you can actually buy chips and stuff in here. So I like to pretend that we are at a grocery store and we are just kind of browsing and grabbing stuff. So what is she doing? Why is she acting like she can't move around? I have no idea. But anyways, there's all these like fruits and stuff that we can look at. And I also like to come to the furniture section and kind of walk around as if it's IKEA, and I'd be like, ooh, I like this counter here. How much is this? And then I like to pretend that my Zoe buys it, and then I go home and then I change the counter to be the exact counter that I'm looking at right now. So I basically try to pretend that I'm doing things in the game. Like right now I know we can't do furniture shopping, but I am imagining that we will be able to do so because of the fact that the store is already decorated in a way and there's actually these machines. It would be very nice if we could do that. So I just like to pretend that my Zoe is coming up to a furniture store and just kind of getting furnishings for her home, which is why it is also very nice to kind of start off slow and then work your way up. So don't like get an expensive house as soon as you start the game. Try to just stick with what money you have and make it work. Another thing I highly recommend is not playing in time speed all the time. I know it's a very hard habit because I remember when I play Sims, I used to do that a lot. But Inzoi has actually taught me to just stay in the moment with my Sims and with my Zois. So I like to spend time with my Zois walking around. I watch them do things. I watch them eat. I watch them take showers. I watch them interact with other Zois. I watch them as they're working on art, that kind of stuff. It might seem like a boring activity, but just watching how your Zois react to certain things is really, really nice. I'm actually going to have her come to the corner here and she is going to grab herself an ice cream from this coffee place. Oh, it looks like somebody was going there. Go ahead and eat ice cream. So she's gonna go ahead and get an ice cream. I wish they would give me my goddamn money back when I get something and then the interaction cancels out. So she's gonna sit down on this bench here. What the? No, 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 no! You better eat that. How dare you eat that? You just paid money for that. Talking about throwaway, girl. Don't play with me. We might have 14,000 meow, but still. That is money right there. You don't throw that stuff away. Anyway, she is just sitting on the bench. She's enjoying her ice cream. And then I'm actually going to have her go home. So yeah, let's tick off some of the things that I talked about that you can do. So you can host painting classes. You can do art gallery on Sundays. You can take the kids to the playground. You can have a meetup at Muscle Beach. Men's fishing on Sundays. You can go furniture shopping on Friday. You could go to the amusement park. You can pretend to host a concert at the Blue Pavilion. You can have yoga mornings. And you can also go to the Golden Apple Burger and actually have like a lunch date, you and friends. You can have a lunch date at Golden Apple Burger. You see, I'm telling you guys, it is just how you choose to play the game. How you plan to let your imagination take over, that's what's truly important. Anyways, you guys, I am going to go ahead and try and cross the street here and not get hit. But I'm going to go ahead and cross the street here. Is this a home? Where am I? Oh my goodness, these people got a lovely house. Not I came to the gate and this dog started barking. Not I came to the gate and this dog started barking. Oh my gosh, but look at how beautiful this home is. These people are rich. I don't like that they blocking me out. It's giving GTA vibes. Oh my gosh, what neighborhood is this? Why have I never been up here? What the hell? What the hell? Hold on, pause, because I have never. Look at the size of this house. They even have a basketball court and a pool. What? What in the rich bitch is going on here? Look at the size of this house. Are you friggin' kidding me? I've never been up this part of Inzoi. I've never been up this part of Bliss Bay. What? Even this home is so beautiful. Look at this house. Why don't we have those things? No. I'm just like, why don't we have that door? Why don't we have that door? I'm sorry, but what? These houses are so beautiful. I'm taking pictures because I may want to replicate the build. I may want to replicate this because this is beautiful. This is what I mean. How does this water look like it's moving? Like, how did they do that? Why can't we do that? You know, I really am liking the way this house looks. Ooh, excuse me, but my God, these are some immaculate builds. Immaculate. I'm sorry that I'm like being in awe and shock, but this is pretty damn amazing. Then we have this one right here, which is so pretty as well. Oh my goodness. I am taking pictures of all the ones that I see that are so freaking beautiful. I mean, look at the side yard of this. Oh my gosh, look at that. You can see they have a floor inside their house. Gosh, look at how pretty this house is. Look at how beautiful this backyard is. I am in shock. I am in awe at how wonderful some of these homes are looking. Like, look at this one right here. And each one is uniquely different. Each one is uniquely different. Like, I am blown away at how beautiful these houses are. And this one is giving very modern. So each home is very different. This one is giving very modern. This one, oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I was supposed to be telling y'all how y'all need to have fun in Inzoi, but my God, the community houses, the houses in the community is some stinking rich Zois living around here. It is some stinking rich Zois living around here. Look at the immaculation. Look at how immaculate this house is. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, oh, look at the plants near this house. What? I ain't never in my life, never ever seen anything like this before. This is beautiful. I'm sorry I'm going on and on and on, but this is beautiful. Y'all can't tell me this is not beautiful. I'm taking hella screenshots because this is so damn pretty, man. This is pretty. Abso-friggin-lutely pretty. Let's do F5. And, oh, and the roofing is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This tree is blocking my view, but yeah. Anyways, you guys, I am going to go ahead and end off this episode right here. I hope that you guys may have learned something new in this video. What are some of the tips that you are planning to try out in your games? And is there anything that you may be doing in your game that I could possibly use to enhance my game way more? Let me know in the comment. Is this an Audi? No, it's not an Audi, but it doesn't have a brand, but it's kind of look like an Audi. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I am running through one of the richest. Hold on, because where in Bliss Bay is this? Oh my God, it's we up here in the hills. We in the hills. Kingsbury Court. I'm about to kick these people out and move in wherever the hell they live in, because we up here in the hills of Bliss Bay. No. My Zois have to live up there. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the episode right here. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing, because my beautiful Zoi here would actually appreciate you doing so. And as always, I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.